Hey guys, got a tripod out so I could just leave this sitting on this Humongo jack, and basically just trying to show a little bit of um, the travel and such in the linkage, in the steering linkage, and the stabilizer, etc. So first I'll just turn the wheel. It's all the way locked to the left, where the idler arm actually, hits on the stop. And now I'm going to go the other direction, locked to the right, where the pitman arm will hit on the stop. The weird thing is, when I have it jacked up like this and I'm turning with no power, nothing, obviously the engine's not running, it feels in the wheel literally about as hard as it does when I'm having that problem with it running. Power steering, belt is the correct tightness and everything. I've checked all that over and over again. So that's one thing. I'm feeling literally as much tightness in the wheel with power steering as I am right now with it jacked up off the ground with no power steering. So it's like it is lending some power, otherwise it would be, on the ground. It's so hard to turn the wheel, as obviously anyone that's had manual steering would know. So I'm going to turn the wheel right now by hand. And I also been looking in here for any binding, and I don't see anything. Nothing looks really cocked, and actually the bushings look okay. So really not seeing anything dramatic. But you can do this slowly once. Okay, now I'm at full lock to the right. The stabilizer's fully compressed. Looks fine. It's not making any crazy noises or anything. It has to pivot around in order to compress, etc. So, but everything else in here, the pitman arm link to the center link looks fine. This link right here, now I'm going to turn it back to the left again. Only noise you hear up there, if you heard a little, it's just the plastic shield around the steering rod off the steering wheel that goes into the box that's actually making a little bit of noise when it turns. It's rubbing. I think I have or the rod is actually rubbing inside or something. But anyway, yeah, that's full lock to the left now. So now I'm going to turn it by hand in the car, and you'll see that it's fairly easy to turn while it's jacked up with no power steering. I believe that noise is just the steering. Oh boy. Okay, so also when I have the cap off here, it's coming up all the way full and then overflowing on the steering fluid. Not when I go to the right, only to the left. So I don't know, that's odd. I guess there's probably plenty in there about why that would be. Anyway, so I'm sorry, give me a second just to clean that up. Put the cap back on, and I'll see if it leaks still with the cap on. I don't know, maybe it's possible my reservoir cap is not sealing properly. Could be, knowing my luck, it's probably something ridiculous like that. Alright. To the right. To the left. So, as you can see, turns, I wouldn't want my steering to feel like that, even though it's off the ground and with the power off, it's plenty easy to turn. I wouldn't want my power steering to be that hard. And I remember using my original pump, I was able to, with just my pinky, able to turn the wheel. So that's something that I remembered that, you know, of course that's just a heartbreaking memory of my old OEM pump. Anyway, spilled milk. So, like I said, and I'm showing you here, none of the linkage looks bound. It's all turning freely. There's no kerplunking, like with any of it seriously slopping around. I'm sure that these are probably lacking in a little grease or whatever, since they're so old, but I think they're meant to be a little bit compressed, right, because they have to move, so they have to give it has to leave it some room to travel and such. And so anyway, like I said, I don't see any major binding in my linkage or anything. The idler is turning fine. Guess I could film that. Okay, one more time. So yeah, again, that noise is just the stabilizer extending out again. When it compresses, it doesn't really make any noise, but sorry about that. So now I'm going to drain some of the fluid, add the Seafoam steering conditioner cleaner stuff. It's actually transmission cleaner, but it works in steering too. And at that point, after I also found some directions on properly bleeding, removing the return line, put it into a milk jug, keep adding fluid as you're turning the wheel, and let it pump through until it comes out clear. Obviously, that's after 30 minutes of running the Seafoam, turning the wheel back and forth every 5 minutes. So, I'll try that next and see what my results are. If nothing good comes of that, then I don't know what else to do. At that point, I think, as odd as it seems, it's got to be either air debris that's just really stuck, stubbornly stuck, or the pump is bad again. I don't know what else to say. So I will come back with more video on that.